The neutral grip pull down is probably the most shoulder friendly pull down variation. And anytime that we change the grip on pull downs or really any back exercise, you're just emphasizing different proportions of arm versus back and where on the back that you end up sort of prioritizing. So in this case, this gets a little bit of everything. I do find that this gets some good low lat to mid lat, a little bit of mid back, and then you get some bicep involved. It leverages them kind of equally. And because of the position, it sometimes, if you have any sort of restriction going overhead, feels better than any other pull down. So I use it a lot. Now, setting this up is the same thing as any other pull down variation. We want to make sure that when we set this pad, that when we sit down, it's holding us down, but it's not making us feel restricted. So I got my knees kind of at 90, they're touching my feet are touching the ground. And then as far as the hand position, we want to find something that's going to allow us to get our palms facing each other. So I have this bar here. Not every gym has this, but many gyms have some version of this, usually some sort of silver bar with two handles on the end. Something like that I've found in almost every commercial gym that exists. So anything that's going to get your palms facing each other, there might be very whiffs, but in general, they'll kind of accomplish the same thing. In this case, I like this neutral sort of like shoulder width position, but if it's a little closer, a little wider, that's okay. You got to work with what you got. Now, setting this up, we're going to use the bar to help us sit down in position here, and we're going to lower it with us. We're going to get nice and tall, and we're going to let the weight pull the arms nice and long and shoulders away from the ears. So we always want to get back to this position at the top. Then we're going to drive our elbows down, pulling the bar towards our collarbone, staying fairly upright. And then we're going to stretch nice and long. We always want to transition between having the shoulders up away from the ears, or towards the ears that is, and then going shoulders down away from the ears, which means pulling the bar towards the collarbone and staying close enough for that to happen. So that's the first thing to go wrong with any sort of pull down, is that oftentimes many people will end up not pulling down all the way and kind of ending up with this shoulders rolled forward position. So that's something we want to avoid. We want to think about driving the elbows down and having control of the bottom here, getting it close enough to the collarbone so that we can get the shoulders down. Then we also want to stay fairly upright through the whole movement. So we don't want to lean back and get away from the bar. We want to stay close to it throughout the movement, even if we lean back slightly. That's going to allow you to maximize the return from the lats and take the shoulders out of it, which is really important if you actually want to make this back exercise. Then the last part is just making sure that you're actually controlling the bar as it goes up, because typically the first thing to get tired on this is going to be some forearms and some biceps. So basically here to here, we involve the lats the most. So we actually want to slow down as we're releasing the weight to maximize the movement. If we do that, then we have a super shoulder friendly version of the pull down that gives us lots of gains.